A Bangor man is expected in court today after allegedly stabbing a customer at a local store with a dirty needle. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. The Maine Forest Service is warning about the dry conditions as we head towards summer. They spent the weekend fighting fires all over the state, and volunteers came together to help clean up the city of Ellsworth. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Monday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Renewal by Andersen. We invite you to give us a call regarding your project and experience the Renewal by Andersen difference. Alrighty, here we go. We had fog earlier this morning. Now with a look this afternoon, we're looking pretty good out there as the fog has since cleared up, and now the rainfall we had a little tiny bit earlier this morning in some spots, but obviously now we're looking pretty good. This afternoon we're going to stay dry under a partly cloudy sky. There's a little bit of moisture trying to move in our direction. There it is right here in the northern parts of New York State. That'll try to move in our direction, but I do believe it will stay mainly to our south and west and weaken as it moves in our direction as well. So today I do believe it will be partly cloudy today with a good amount of sunshine and maybe a few clouds on the way coming up later on tonight as we head towards parts of tomorrow morning. Maybe a little bit of rain in the western parts of the state, but for us, just some clouds, and that's about it. A little bit of wind, again, sustained up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour at times. We'll start to lose some of that wind overnight in a few spots, but still gusty along the coast, but not looking too bad on shore by around midday on Tuesday. For today, we have middle 60s, partly cloudy and windy, and that north wind gusting up to around 30 miles per hour at times. Later on tonight, middle 30s, partly cloudy and breezy, and that north wind still gusting up to around 20 miles per hour at times. Tomorrow, here we go, upper 50s, mostly cloudy, and that north breeze only at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, plenty of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds, temperatures making into the 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. A Bangor man is expected to appear in court today. He's facing charges after he allegedly assaulted an employee at a local store and stabbed a customer with a used needle. 41-year-old Clifford Neville is charged with aggravated assault, robbery, 5 counts of bail violation, and 2 outstanding warrants. According to the Holden Police Department, Neville left the store with several items without paying for them on Friday. Police say he was confronted by an employee and assaulted her with a weapon. They say the employee and several customers managed to subdue Neville, but not before he allegedly stabbed one of them with a used needle. Police say they are not identifying the store, although they say they commend the actions of those involved. They never recommend confronting shoplifters and instead urge people to call 911. 3 people have been arrested on drug charges following the execution of a search warrant in Greenbush. According to the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office, authorities conducted a search on the main road in Greenbush at approximately 5 p.m. Friday evening. After entering and clearing the residence, multiple suspects were detained. Investigators reportedly found a large number of suspected drugs and evidence of drug trafficking activity within the residence. 59-year-old Monty Smith, 39-year-old Shane Howe, and 33-year-old Andrea Carlo, all of Greenbush, were arrested and taken to the Penobscot County Jail. They are all facing drug-related charges. Multiple crews responded to a house fire in Bangor Saturday afternoon. The fire broke out just after 2:30 p.m. on Ohio Street. The Bangor Fire Department says it was a 2-alarm fire with all Bangor units as well as Orono and Bangor responding. They say the fire was under control in less than 2 hours. They also say 2 people were in the house at the time and got out with no injuries.
But no injuries to any firefighters and no injuries to any civilians. I'd like to say that we were on scene here within 4 minutes of the alarm. So you really can't do much better than that. And we tried to limit the amount of damage the best we could.
Bangor fire officials remind everyone to ensure they have working smoke detectors. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. The Maine Forest Service is warning about the dry conditions as we head towards summer. They spent the weekend fighting fires all around the state. These photos are from Penobscot and Aroostook counties, along with Appleton Township, where at least 4 wildfires were sparked. Forest rangers say this is the busiest time of year for wildfires. There's a lot of dead fuels from fall and winter on the ground, and conditions are ripe for fires until the countryside greens up. People are encouraged to be extra careful this time of year and to check with local fire officials before doing any outside burning. According to state officials, Maine averages more than 600 wildfires a year, with about 90% of those caused by people. Nurses and other hospital workers plan to go on strike this week in Machias. They plan to walk out of Downey's Community Hospital to begin a 2-day strike. They're protesting what they say is the administration's refusal to address concerns about recruitment, retention, and safe staffing levels. The registered nurses and technicians gave the hospital advance notice of their intentions following a vote to strike by members of the Maine State Nurses Association. One day after the 6-month anniversary of the Lewiston mass shooting, Governor Mills signed a control bill into law that she authored herself. The bill addresses 3 areas of concern highlighted by the governor in her State of the State address. It strengthens Maine's yellow flag law, extends the requirement for background checks for all advertised firearm sales, and incentivizes background checks for unadvertised sales. Advocates for the new law say this is a great first step, while opponents say this won't help keep Maine safer.
I think today is a great day of showing proof that responsible gun ownership and gun safety can coexist. So I'm really proud of our state for taking this leadership role too. We're the 22nd state to create a background check to this degree. And so I think just the leadership again of making sure that we do preserve the gun culture that we have, but also recognize the proactive role that we can take to ensure that our communities remain safe is imperative. And so I think it's a day that we can all celebrate.
Because the bill wasn't passed as emergency legislation, it will go into effect 90 days after the legislature adjourned. The current sheriff in Saginaw County is being challenged by one of his own deputies in the county sheriff's race. Both have been criticized for not taking steps that may have prevented the Lewiston tragedy after the sheriff's office was warned twice about Robert Card. Brad Rogers sat down with Sheriff Joel Mary.
As a sheriff, do you take responsibility for some of the mistakes that might have been made?
I take responsibility for our agency and what our agency does. It's certainly not indicative of our agency. We have a good agency. We have a caring agency. We have guys that are committed to this profession.
The sheriff's office says Army Reserve commanders downplayed the threat Card posed and withheld crucial information about his release from a psychiatric hospital. Army Reserve commanders blamed the sheriff's office for not taking Card into custody and seizing his firearms.
Following the Lewiston tragedy and all the criticism that has fallen on the Saginaw County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Joel Mary and Sergeant Aaron Schofield both thought about not running for office.
I considered dropping out of the race, but I had members of the public and members of the department that I work with say, no, we know you didn't do anything wrong.
Did you think about not running again?
You know, in light of everything that happened, last year, certainly the thought crossed my mind, what kind of statement would that make? And if we didn't get this right, we're going to get it right next time, and we're going to learn from it.
The sheriff says they've since used the yellow flag law numerous times to confiscate firearms from people posing a threat to themselves or others.
We've done 2 this week. We just did one last night.
Both candidates don't want the Lewiston tragedy to define them. Sheriff Mary says what's important is making sure this never happens again.
What can we learn from this, and what can we do better? And because we need to do that. We need to get these things right.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, spring is in the air, and that means spring cleaning. We spoke with a specialist to find out how you can do it safely. We'll be right back.
Are your basement walls bowing, crumbling, or failing? Hi, I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basementy. Our Stable Lock wall system offers a patented, affordable, and permanent solution to save your foundation walls. It stabilizes, fills voids, and structurally repairs, leaving a new smooth surface. All the strength of new walls. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
Mesothelioma is more than a ravaging illness. It is a disease that can ruin a family's finances and is never the victim's fault. The law offices of Joe Bornstein has been fighting and winning for Maine families for nearly 50 years, and we've collected over $500 million for injured Mainers. If you or a loved one is a victim of mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, call Joe today for a free case evaluation and to learn about your family's legal rights. Dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Hello, this is George Whelan with Down East Direct Cremation. Now, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, from the comfort of your desktop or the convenience of your mobile device, you can summon transport and arrange a simple, affordable, respectful, down east direct cremation for your deceased loved one. Just by using the button exclusively at downeastdirectcremation.com. All you need is the location address of the person who has died, their vital statistics information, a valid credit card for payment, and that's it. No need to pick up the telephone, no need to answer a bunch of questions, no need to come into the store, and it's still just $9.75 complete. It's so easy, even I can do it. For more information, visit us at downeastdirectcremation.com or call us at 207-225-5332. Simple, affordable, respectful. The button. Only at downeastdirectcremation.com.
Welcome to Through the Garden Gate in Corinna. We are a local garden center that carries a huge variety of flowers, vegetables, perennials, trees, shrubs, and roses. Our employees are gardeners themselves and offer a wealth of knowledge. We love what we do and would love to share our passion with you. We also do landscape and garden consultations, design, installation, and maintenance. Come visit us at Through the Garden Gate on Exeter Road in Corinna.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Hundreds of community members came out to the Bangor waterfront Sunday to support and celebrate people with autism. The 22nd annual Walk for Autism was put on by the Autism Society of Maine. Organizers say this roughly 1-mile walk is the group's biggest fundraiser of the year. The nonprofit provides services to families with children or adults on the autism spectrum all across the state. Their goal each year is to raise money to keep their mission going, but also to connect families with resources and others with shared experiences in their communities.
You know, a lot of families who have a child with autism feel isolated. They feel like when they go into the community, there's nobody there that understands, or they don't know what they're going through. This is a whole different ball game. When they're here, they feel so supported. They meet other people.
Very, very proud of Camp Capella and all the other organizations that help support our artistic community, because we, cannot give enough to make sure that they have the best life that they can possibly have.
Over 400 people registered for the walk on Sunday. This is one of the many events put on throughout April for Autism Acceptance Month. Another group hit the streets of Bangor on Sunday to connect with our community. Our Grace Blanchard has more about the nonprofit on a mission of inclusion and friendship.
This is my first time doing it, and I'm very excited.
Over 100 community members gathered at Cameron Stadium for the second annual Best Buddies Friendship Walk.
It's a community celebration for people to come together who are involved in Best Buddies or community members who have never heard of it.
Best Buddies is a nonprofit national organization that creates opportunities for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and those without to form lasting friendships.
We've almost tripled our numbers from last year. Best Buddies is fairly new to Central Maine. We've been in Southern Maine for a couple of years, but we're just kind of slowly moving throughout the state.
Organizers say they continue to see a growing number of chapters in schools and communities across the state.
When we started the club, it was just me and my advisor, and we've grown the club to over 41 members now.
Bangor High School's Best Buddies chapter president says they saw a great need for the program in their school.
We find that a lot of the students kind of get left out because they need special things to do, so we cater to all of that, and we really just include them around the school and make them feel loved.
Many participants say the relationships they've made have had a significant impact.
It's good because you get to. It's good to communicate with peers and friends and adults that want to join the walk. It's an amazing opportunity.
All the money raised stays in the community to create more chapters and inclusive communities.
I hope people see the importance of including everyone in their communities. It makes us all better in every single way.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Volunteers hit the streets and waterways of Ellsworth Saturday to help keep the city clean. It was part of a late Earth Day celebration to get the city ready for summer. Our Callie Warren has the story.
Dozens of volunteers helped clean up around Ellsworth on Saturday. The weekend after Earth Day, the community came together to help clean city areas, including roadsides, businesses, and the local Card Brook. Volunteers say it's well worth the sweat.
Well, we had perfect weather and saw a great group of people. Just trying to make a small difference.
A volunteer congregation helped to clean up the local St. Joseph Catholic Church of Ellsworth.
Not a lot of us are experts, but between the group, we have enough ability and background to get everything done, and it feels good.
Make St. Joseph look good, make our Mary Garden look good, and just keep the grounds looking great.
The Ellsworth Moose Lodge held a free cookout for those that helped clean Card Brook, along with a local business gift raffle for volunteers.
What we do for the community each and every year is just amazing. It's just a very rewarding place to be at.
City officials say annual cleanup events like these help to keep Ellsworth beautiful.
Well, it's a great way to get outside. It was beautiful today, so we got to be outside, do some good for the city, give back a little bit.
In Ellsworth, Callie Warren, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Spring cleaning is an annual tradition for many, but there's more you should know about the cleaning products you use before you reach for that mop and bucket. Specifically, the dangers of using too much of a product or combining them. David Ledford has more.
Experts say mixing cleaning products can cause potentially hazardous chemical reactions and lead to serious health risks.
And there are 4 combinations that are especially dangerous.
Ammonia and bleach, that's the common household no-no. Do not mix those. They form chloramine gas, which when inhaled wreaks havoc on the inside of our bodies. Bleach with vinegar will form chlorine gas. Third, we have bleach again mixing with isopropyl alcohol, also known as rubbing alcohol. The fourth solution that you do not want to mix together is hydrogen peroxide and vinegar.
Husson University chemistry expert Cody Edson says these combinations of chemicals seen on your screen are the most common and can be deadly in some cases. But it's best to avoid mixing any kind of household cleaner.
You should not mix any chemicals. Always follow the instructions that are labeled on the bottle by the manufacturer.
It's also important to remember that twice as much is not twice as good. And when you do start to tidy up your home, it's important to give yourself some breathing room.
If you're going to be in an enclosed space, make sure you have some sort of ventilation, either a fan moving air out of the room or an open window. Wear proper protective equipment such as gloves, goggles.
For more on safe cleaning practices, visit our website.
Use a little bit of elbow grease. That's the best thing you can mix with any of these chemicals here.
In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
After the break, we'll have the latest on the severe weather overnight. We'll be right back.
An important message for Americans age 50 to 85.
Oh my gosh, you're still using Mom's old coffee pot.
It's my inheritance.
Well, it is a family heirloom.
You know what? The kids can just sell it to pay for my funeral.
It's a good thing you have life insurance.
Life insurance with our family history.
Don't you know about Colonial Penn? It's guaranteed acceptance, whole life insurance with no medical questions asked.
I'm on a fixed income.
Who isn't?
You have it?
We all do. John, Maria, even Paul with all of his medical problems.
Colonial Penn.
That's right. Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. As you get older, your health may change. Colonial Penn understands that. And we don't think it should keep you from getting life insurance to help protect your family. That's why we guarantee acceptance to everyone aged 50 to 85. No health questions, no medical exam. Applying is easy. And you have your choice of options starting at $9.95 a month, a few dollars a week, 35 cents a day. And your price will never go up. A lifetime rate lock guarantees it. This protection can last a lifetime, too. Some insurance policies end once you reach a certain age. Not this one. Pay your bill, and it's yours to keep for as long as you'd like.
How did you apply?
Called for information, got an application, filled it out, sent it back. It took a few minutes. And look at this. They sent me this free beneficiary planner just for calling. I filled in all my important information and final wishes. Now my kids will have everything they need in one place.
Ready to learn more? Call for free information and your free gift. There's no obligation. Every policy we issue comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. You have nothing to lose. Why wait? Call now.
Call 1-800-821-7888 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-821-7888. There's no obligation. 1-800-821-7888. Call now.
Are you experiencing foot pain? Comfort Shoes and More has a team of experts trained in pet orthics to help you find relief. They offer tailored fittings, shoe modifications, customized orthotics, and much more for the ordinary or for the hard-to-fit foot, with fashionable and functional footwear from today's top brands: Hoka, Brooks, Keen, Teva, Taos, Ufus, and Birkenstocks. From running to walking, casual or dress, they have it all. Take the drive to Newport for a sit and fit to find your perfect fit. You and your feet will be glad you did.
Pressure is growing for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to secure a ceasefire deal that would free Israeli hostages. Among those protesting in Israel are the family members of some hostages whose calls were renewed over the weekend when Hamas released videos of 2 hostages, including another Israeli American. The White House says President Joe Biden and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke with the U.S., taking a clear position to oppose Israel's plans to invade Rafah, where more than 1 million Palestinians are sheltering. The U.S. military is working on to install an offshore temporary pier to bring large shipments of humanitarian aid into Gaza. The White House says it will likely take 2 to 3 weeks before it's available for use. A governor is responding to the backlash over a story in her new book. It's a story about shooting her puppy. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem is considered to be among the running to become former President Trump's pick for vice president, and she's responding to the backlash over a story in her upcoming memoir. In the book, Noem says she shot and killed her 14-month-old puppy named Cricket for bad behavior. She claims the wire-hair pointer had an aggressive personality. That included misbehaving on a hunting trip, killing several chickens, and biting her hand. Noem also detailed killing a goat she called nasty and mean. Reaction has been swift from both sides of the aisle. In a sign of the challenges she may face, a New York Post opinion column said, quote, "We finally found an issue that unites the country." Now to the severe weather overnight, just hours after a deadly tornado outbreak left several people dead, including a 4-month-old child. States from Nebraska and Iowa to Oklahoma and now Texas have seen these destructive and devastating storms. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the latest.
This morning, the multi-day severe weather outbreak now leaving its mark on Texas.
You see this right here? This was where a house was.
The sheriff in Trinity County posting this video overnight saying a tornado just touched down, showing widespread damage to a community north of Houston.
It's no longer here. It's completely gone. Cars turned completely upside down. It's kind of unheard of in our area.
2 people were rushed to the hospital after being rescued from a damaged home.
Tornado right here.
Since Friday, more than 130 tornadoes have been reported across the middle of the country. At least 4 people were killed from the storms in Oklahoma, including a 4-month-old. The National Weather Service says a tornado that was at least EF3 strength, packing winds up to 165 miles per hour, destroyed the town of Sulphur.
I just haven't seen this much destruction from my time as governor. It seems like every business in downtown's been destroyed now.
Video from above shows the scope of the devastation: roofs ripped off, homes demolished.
I just kept seeing pictures on the news and Facebook, and you don't know how much real damage is done to you. See it with your own eyes.
In Iowa, several people were injured and 1 person killed in Minden, where officials say nearly half the city's homes have been destroyed. And authorities in Nebraska say more than 150 homes were damaged in Douglas County. The National Weather Service office in Omaha issued 48 tornado warnings Friday, the most ever issued in a single day. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Ready to create your backyard oasis? Alexander's Professional Landscaping will work with you to create your perfect outdoor space. Work one-on-one with our landscape designer to create a unique garden to fit your family's personal aesthetics and lifestyle. Have our pros install your new lawn, deck, or patio. Schedule a consultation today by calling 573-4497. Alexander's Professional Landscaping, the way landscaping should be.
A quality replacement window made with Fibrix material, which is twice as strong as vinyl, delivered through a stress-free process. Welcome to Renewal by Andersen. Get the peace of mind knowing Renewal by Andersen handles everything, from start to finish. With one call, you'll enjoy working with the best people, exclusive products, and a superior process.
It's the people.
It's the process.
It's the product.
Call now to get our exceptional signature service. This fantastic offer is available only for a limited time. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Thank you for helping us have a great start in 2023.
When we started, we wanted to make sure that North Star could help everyone's needs, whether you own a business, you're a homeowner, or a contractor.
Or you have a big project that you need a big dumpster for.
We have what you need: front-load dumpsters, roll-offs, and our transfer station, and so much more.
And the best part is, our prices are unbelievable. If you don't have one of these, you're paying too much.
So who cares if your trash gets picked up? At North Star Waste and Recycling, we care.
Spending at least 1 hour a week in the gym may lead to less time lying awake when your head hits the pillow. Here's ABC's Jay O'Brien.
Regular exercise is known to reduce heart disease and improve weight management. Now, exercise is linked to catching some precious Z's. New European research suggests that getting sweaty 2 times a week for at least an hour can decrease insomnia symptoms. Participants who exercise regularly in the study reported less difficulty falling asleep and fewer early morning awakenings. Not only did people report less time lying awake, but regular exercise was also linked to sleeping like Goldilocks, just the right amount of time, 6 to 9 hours a night. Sleeping within this range can help improve cognition, lower risk of diabetes and obesity. Now, when you lace up those sneakers, you are signing up for a good night's rest. With this Medical Minute, I'm Jay O'Brien.
It's a new week. Let's see what the weather looks like with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by the Furniture Gallery. Spring into savings with exceptional savings in all departments. The Furniture Gallery is a main family-owned company with locations in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and Windham. Let's get into things this afternoon. Wave heights not looking too bad out there. Around 2 to 3 feet according to the buoys right nearby. No advisories in effect for us, at least at this time, either offshore or pretty much on land either. We're looking okay in that department. A little bit of active surf further out towards sea. This buoy reporting on 7 feet right now with regards to the wave heights. On land, of course, regarding fog, we had a little bit of that earlier this morning, but now we're looking pretty good as we move forward this afternoon. Should be no issues with that. A lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds nonetheless. Now, maybe there was a little bit of precipitation earlier this morning, just a few light rain showers at best in some spots, but now this afternoon we're looking pretty good with a lot of sunshine and a few passing clouds. Zooming things out, we're watching a little bit of rain across the northern parts of New York that it's trying to track in our direction. I think it's going to stay in western parts of the state and kind of fizzle out as it moves in our direction as well. Hence why I do believe we'll stay dry today. But meanwhile, though, we do have some showers and storms in parts of Illinois and also in parts of Indiana, and some more active weather across Louisiana as well taking place. Futurecast moving forward for us, we'll see a lot of sunshine and a few passing clouds for today. We'll call it a partly cloudy sky. We'll be partly cloudy again later on tonight. Tuesday, the clouds keep moving in, but I do believe we'll stay dry with just the western parts of the state seeing the rain showers. But Tuesday night, that's when our turn for rain showers will begin to enter the picture. Some of those could linger into parts of Wednesday morning, but Wednesday proper will be looking dry as this will get out of here just in time for that. As for the gusty winds, they can reach up around 25 to 30 miles per hour today. They'll back off to around 20 miles per hour coming up later on tonight. But then by tomorrow, some gusts maybe up to 20 miles per hour early on, but then backing off as the day progresses on as well. Average high temperature is 60 degrees. We'll do middle 60s today, upper 50s as we head towards a Tuesday and a Wednesday. Lower 60s Thursday and a Friday, upper 50s Saturday, and lower 60s again as we head towards the Sunday. For today, here we go. Middle 60s, partly cloudy and windy, and the north wind getting up to around 30 miles per hour at times. Overnight tonight, middle 30s, partly cloudy and breezy out there, and the north wind gusting up to around 20 miles per hour at times as well. Tomorrow, upper 50s, mostly cloudy, and the north breeze backing off to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. All right, let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by the Furniture Gallery. Mostly cloudy on Wednesday with highs in the upper 50s, lower 60s on Thursday with a mostly cloudy sky as well. It will be mostly cloudy on Friday, highs in the low 60s.
Thank you, Devin. A 100-meter-tall Godzilla was projected on the side of a Tokyo government building Saturday. It was part of a 70th anniversary of the monster's creation. Visitors from all over flocked to Tokyo Metropolitan Government No. 1 building to watch the larger-than-life-size Godzilla battle a flying object. The radioactive monster is a tourism ambassador to the district of the Japanese capital. It also has amassed quite the following, with 38 live-action films in total, 5 of which have been released in the U.S. The project is a part of an effort to attract more tourism to the district. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.